This was the least balanced tower in the game, unchanged for literal years, until now. Also, sorry I'm late. As the title probably states, no, this is not clickbait. Look at the insane changelog. This is literally the strongest tower in the game now, and the craziest part is that you get it for free at level 50, miles before you get the formerly strongest tower. Also, while it may be the strongest tower now, it is also the most expensive. I don't know if you can use it as a substitute for the real thing, but that's what I'll be trying to find out. I had to use the Wayback Machine for this video, so I hope you enjoy. First up, we have the base level. They unfortunately increased the placement cost from 4K to 6K and reduced the placement limit to 3, but this was only to hide away its raw power in its later stages. They increased its fire rate slightly, decreased its range, and increased its damage by 2, but the DPS changes from 14 to 32. But now we get into the meat. Level 1 now doubles its cost from $500 to $1,000, making it more fair and decreases the range gained. If you want a turret, you're gonna need to have to spend money to get somewhere now. The second level changes quite a bit, costing from $2,000 to $4,250. The damage increase is also a lot smaller now, only increasing by 5 instead of 12. The DPS now goes from 28 to 48. Pretty good, pretty good. Level 3's price now increases from $12,000 to $7,250. The DPS now goes from 55 to a crazy 94, almost 100 DPS. I'd say that level 4 changes the price the most dramatic, now going from $12,500 to $26,000, over double the previous price. The damage now increases by 17 instead of 18. The DPS now rises from a 90 to an astonishing 202, which is completely off the walls, and it's not even max upgraded. The final upgrade is now what cements the tower as the most powerful tower in the game. Incredibly, its damage rises by 23, and it even has a lower fire rate. Here, let's have a peek at the DPS. One turret now dishes out 429. Can you see why they nerfed its placement limit now? Now, a quick pause. I don't know why or how the wiki is so specific with the fire rate numbers, especially when the game rounds it to the closest 10th, usually. Now, how does this compare to the top dogs and the golden boy of TDS? It's not close, but there are a few things to consider like cost efficiency and range. If you compare it to the Accelerator, it impressively has more DPS at every single stage of upgrades. That's pretty cool and all, but you know what's not cool? The insane price to pay for more DPS. The turret gains an enormous range advantage, however, gaining a whopping 26 in its max form, which is enough to cover most maps, whereas the Accelerator only gains 20. The Engineer, on the other hand, can spawn 4 turrets that dish out 80 DPS, and she herself does 82, making her total DPS 402. Still under the turret, until you take into account that you can only place 3 turrets and 6 Engineers, which 1,290 versus 2,412. Same goes for the Accelerators, where the Accelerators all can do a collective 2,272. Overall, the turret finally got updated after so many years, and it definitely needed this buff so bad. It is now legally good. You cannot leave when you see someone with the turret. Consider subscribing. Thanks for watching this video.